At magandang umaga mga kaliga. We are back for the quarterfinals of the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. And today, I will be your commentator, Justin Almeida, and together with me is Coach Russell Raipon. Coach, how are you today?
It's a great Wednesday morning. I'm doing great. How about you, Justin?
Great. Just got my surgery yesterday. Feeling good, back in action, and looking forward to these exciting games today. So for today, our first game will be the Adamson Soaring Falcons against the Our Lady of Fatima University. And before we talk about the game, we will send it over to Alvin Tanyada, our barker for today. And we are moments before tip-off. And the Adamson Soaring Falcons will start with point guard Matt Erolon, at shooting guard Clever Dignadice, small forward Kenji Cañete, power forward Alan Ignacio, and at center is Alu Gaye. And for Our Lady of Fatima, for head coach Ralph Rivera, he will go with Edward Labayan, Andre Romero, Kevin Leola, Ace Tiamzon, and Mamadou Torre. So coach, the theme of this PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup has been, I don't like using the word upsets because I feel like you take away credits from the teams, but it's been, I think the better word would be surprises. So the Adamson Soaring Falcons beat the third place Lyceum Pirates last time, and for the Our Lady of Fatima, you wouldn't think that they would be a top 2 team in their bracket. So what do you think about that, Coach? Like, there's just been a lot of surprises lately.
Well, you know, I've been fortunate enough to watch a lot of these games for the eliminations, and there's just no surprise, I think, for me that both teams are here at this point in, in the playoffs. Both teams are deserving. Adamson is ranked number 7 in the Power 40 rankings, and Our Lady of Fatima is ranked number 6. So, you know, Our Lady of Fatima has earned a twice-to-beat advantage. They beat some really good teams in their bracket. Adamson is peaking at the right time, playing good basketball both here and in Phil Oil. So, right now, I think it's a toss-up. Both teams have the ability to take this game and earn a berth in the semifinals.
Yes, that's right, Coach. Very well said. For the Adamson Falcons, I think they started this tournament 0-3 or 0-4, but they're picking up at the right time and just heading into the quarterfinals today. They have been on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. So this is the perfect time to have that streak and get their confidence up as they go through this do or die series.
You know, every team has an adjustment period. Some teams adjust faster than others. Adamson, you know, they may have started off slow, but they found the rhythm and are finding their scores well, and they're playing good defense. So we'll have to see which formula for success will prevail today.
And talking about the Adamson Falcons, you know, I've been watching a couple of podcasts recently, and they were talking about the missing piece in the Adamson Falcons is to find that closer when it comes to the fourth quarter. And I think last game, they found that in Matt Erolon. I think in the third quarter, he had 4 straight three-pointers, and that's where the lead kind of ballooned to double digits, and they controlled it from there.
Every team, part of the formula for success is having a guy that can create matchup problems and can score in bunches. So the more guys that can find on their team to be able to do that, you know, the more effective they'll be as an offensive unit. So it's nice that they have Erolon. You still have guys like Eli Ramos and Hierro. Those guys are also potent offensive players. So we'll have to see if Adamson advances, like how those guys will fit into their planning for the next game.
Yeah, let's see if they can continue that winning streak, as they really need to get a win today against the Our Lady of Fatima University. And you were talking about Joshua Hierro as well. So he was the backcourt partner of Matt Erolon that game, and he started hot in the first quarter against Lyceum. He had 11 points right away at the end of the first with 3 3-pointers to start the ball game. So definitely a lot of help given by Joshua Hierro, but he won't be here today together with Eli Ramos, who are out, I guess, for load management reasons, as they have multiple tournaments that they have been joining.
Both teams are moving the ball very well. Justin, you can see that Our Lady of Fatima, they're willing passers. The ball's moving, trying to find open shooters, and in transition, Adamson is advancing the ball with a pass, and they're getting wide open layups.
And yes,
this should be a fun game.
Exactly, and it's tied with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and goes to show how these teams. It's a good matchup between these two teams. And now let's get over to the side of the Fatima University. So we were talking about this team earlier. So they have a lot of scorers, but they also have a lot of what you call glue guys in their team. And I think you were talking about Kobe Davis earlier.
Kobe Davis, interestingly enough, he's not even a starter. He comes off the bench. It's usually first or second guy off the bench. But, every team needs a guy that's going to play with a high basketball IQ, get the ball to open teammates, and it will take on the assignment of guarding the best perimeter or post player. Our Lady of Fatima is very fortunate to have guys like Kobe Davis, but he's not the only one. But he's the one, I think, that is able to come in to a game and have an instant impact without scoring.
Yes, exactly. So my observation for this Our Lady of Fatima team is they're really patient in their offense. They have good chemistry, and there's just a lot of maturity in this team. So I was checking the stats from their previous game. They had around 5 guys in double digits, and everyone gets equal opportunities to shoot. Not a lot of guys get more than 10 attempts, and most of the guys in their team have 7 to 9 attempts each, meaning they share the ball and they get the best available shot in their offensive sets.
Especially if you consider that your team may not be as skilled or has the number of athletes that these other teams in the tournament have. Your ability to be able to move the ball, to to set solid screens, to get into the gaps without having to dribble, put the ball on the floor. It just makes your ability to score that much easier.
Yes, exactly, and that's what they've been doing. As even in their previous game, they won in the steals department. I think Our Lady of Fatima had 16 or 18 steals compared to Lyceum's 3 steals only. And we just saw it right there in that previous play as they forced the turnover. And they've been getting easy transition baskets off of those turnovers.
Also something to consider, Justin, is the fact that we're into the second part of this first quarter and there's only 1 foul being called. So one of 2 things are happening. The refs are letting these guys play, or it's a clean game and it's really basketball players making basketball plays.
And that's really exciting to watch as the referees are letting these guys play. And now we have Fatima just leading by 1. And now let's get into the action as there's another steal by, that's number 10. Loyola.
He's their sharpshooter, Justin. If he gets going, it's going to be tough. He's going to space the floor and make it easier for Torrey to score in the paint.
So that's Loyola, number 11 rather. From defense to offense, as Ronzone answers that with his floater. And Gian Sikat with the rebound. Binigay kay Cañete. Cañete gumamit ng screen galing kay Gaye. Sikat from the elbow, wala. Here, extra pass Labayen to the corner kay Romero. 3-pointer is good. And just like that, it's a 5-point lead.
You can see, Justin, that their defense feeds their offense. They play with a high energy level defensively, and that just jumpstarts them looking for each other to get good shots.
And they are playing Fatima basketball as they share the ball and get the best shot available for their team. And it's a platoon substitution for Fatima. And this is a strong second unit. As you have Chris De La Cruz. Sorry, that's That's right, sorry, Charles De La Cruz, who checks in the game, and he was their best player of the game against Diliman College in their last game.
Texon and Davis are also in the game, both very smart and high energy players.
And you have Gomez as well, who's also another scorer. As Gaia misses 2 free throws from the line, and that has been the problem of Alu Gaia lately. They have been hacking him, and he has been struggling from the line. So it might be a strategy down the stretch to do a hack a Gaia if they need to. So let's take a look at the top performers of the previous game. As we mentioned earlier, it was Matt Erolon, who is scoring 12.5 points per game, 4.5 assists, and 11.3. Okay, and then for Mamadou Torre, he has 13.7 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks.
Those guys are definitely going to be the focus of the defense. Can Fatima locate Erolon when he's on the floor and mark him as a shooter? And can Adamson, when Torre is in the game, do a good job of limiting him to a low number of shot attempts and keep him off the boards?
Yes, and for a team like Fatima, for sure they have Matt Erolon on their scouting reports as to what he did last game.
Adamson looks like they picked up their defense a little bit.
Davis gets the ball from the wing. Oh, and that's a turnover para kay Davis. Run zone. Ignacio with the pull-up jumper, no good. Montebon's shot hits the front of the ring. And possession will go back to the Fatima University.
Very strong defensive possession, Justin. Forcing tough shots, staying in front of the ball handler, not allowing him to get a free drive to the basket. They've been doing that all season.
And it goes to show with their record as they have clinched the second spot in the Prime Division. So we have Fuentabella checking in for defensive purposes with 5 seconds left in this quarter. As Fatima will take this last shot as they have a sideline inbound. Texon binigay kay Davis, tries to draw the foul pero wala. And that will end the quarter as Fatima University takes a 3-point lead, leading 16-13. We'll be right back. This is Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3.
Guess they're letting him play.
And we are back for the quarterfinals of the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. And at the end of the first, we have the Our Lady of Fatima University leading by 3 points, 16-13 against the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And let's talk about the road to the quarterfinals for the Our Lady of Fatima. So they started with a 1-2 record and won the last 5 games in their elimination round. Finished the elims with a 6-2 record, clinching the 2nd seed in the Prime Division with a twice-to-beat advantage. And they eliminated the Diliman College Blue Dragons in their last elimination game. And this team is from the NASCO and UCAL tournament.
To start off this tournament slow and to find themselves with a twice-to-beat advantage, it's quite impressive. It just goes to show that there's great basketball, again, being played not only in the UAP and the NCAA, but in these other lesser-known or lesser-recognized leagues. There's opportunities for players everywhere to showcase themselves and get opportunities to play against the best competition. So kudos to Our Lady of Fatima for making it this far and to proving that they belong here.
Yes, exactly. And also the Adamson Soaring Falcons have the same story, as they did start slow with a 0-3 or 0-4 record, but winning their last 3 games in the elimination round and clinching that final spot for the quarterfinals. And also getting an upset with the 3rd placers in the Lyceum Pirates. That was J.A. Kalisay. Takes another 3 and makes it. And the game is tied. So this gives us like kind of a preview of the NBA Finals. We have green versus white and blue.
There you go.
Yeah, parang Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, and finally, coach, there's a foul that's been called. And that will be 3 shots para kay Texon, number 77.
Just have to say though, Justin, it was a heck of a double screen they set to get Texon loose for that 3-pointer. Guys like Davis sacrificing their body to limit the attempt of the defense to contest the shot, and now resulting in free throws. So, I mean, that's those are all winning plays.
Yeah, just watching this team of Fatima University, you really have to comment on their maturity and their patience when they get into their offensive sets. And as a result of that, Texon makes all 3 free throws and gives them the 3-point lead again. Montibon pull-up jumper is good. De La Cruz. Ginamit ang screen, binigay kay Gomez.
That elevator again.
Second time. But this time results in a turnover as Montibon pushes the pace and takes the same jumper. Cuentabella, balik kay...
It's a lot of action in this game so far, Justin. This is not your walk it up the floor and grind out possessions. This is like a frenetic up and down pace. It should be fun for the fans.
Yeah, good quality basketball so far dito sa first half natin. And now the referees are starting to call, getting stricter with their calls.
There's probably a level of control the refs are trying to maintain in this game so it doesn't get out of hand physically.
Yep, exactly, just controlling the physicality of this ball game. So I think the referee called a warning on the sidelines for the Adamson Falcons for continuous complaining. Bola na kay Erolon. finds his open teammate, but that's an air ball. An offensive board para kay Sikat. Erlon for the 3 from the elbow is good.
He's got a nice stroke there, Justin.
He made 4 of those in the third quarter last time. Texon rejecting the screen, finding Kobe Davis. Montebon binigay kay Erolon. From the elbow.
He's heating up, Justin.
5 straight points.
Little bit sloppy with the ball, both teams at this point. They need to sort of put a little bit more focus on ball security, making sure they take advantage of each of these offensive possessions.
Yeah, slow start para sa second 5 ng Our Lady of Fatima. As Tempo Nuevo ties this ball game, and that's an assist galing kay number 66 Salazar. That was Jan Salazar with a nice assist to Tempo Nuevo. Barcelona gets it in the pinch post, handoff kay Montebon. Balik kay Erolon. Nice pass para kay Sikat, but blows the floater. And duty foul by Dignadice as Noah Pacquiao is set to check in.
Now you have 2 shooters on the floor, Justin. You have Pacquiao, who has been known to heat up from the perimeter, plus Erlon.
And what
it's going to stretch the defense out, I think.
Yes, and what I noticed about Noah Pacquiao in their last game was his maturity and his belief in himself. Because in the first half, he was very frustrated that he missed all his 3-point shots from the corner. I think he went 0 out of 4 or out of 5, and was definitely frustrated in that first half. But still did not lose the confidence to shoot, as in the third and fourth quarter still kept shooting the same shots and finally made 2 straight when it mattered the most.
Shooters shoot, Justin. That's their job. If they pass up shots, then they're not effective for their team, so they need to keep on getting the ball up if they're wide open.
And credits to the coaches as well for giving him the confidence and not getting in his head, because sometimes when you're struggling, coaches will get on your case, but not in the case of the Adamson Soaring Falcons with Noah Pacquiao.
That's going to be a key, I think, Justin, for both teams, is to keep the ball out of the painted area. It's hard to be good on defense if you're going to allow straight line drives and paint touches. Adams will have to find a way to corral that ball, and De La Cruz is quick, has an explosive first step. He can get to the rim quickly.
And that is where the communications come in, especially on their pick and roll defense, because that's when you can find an easy lane to the basket if the defense doesn't communicate properly on those switches.
Right.
So 2 shots para kay Charles De La Cruz. First one is good. That's 2 for 2 para kay Charles. And we have one of the starters checking in again, as Andre Romero will check back in this ball game. And is hounding Matt Erolon, who gives it to Barcelona. And as you can hear, the coaches on the bench here in the Fatima side, they're saying that Matt Erolon will shoot the ball, so it is in their scouting report to contain Erolon from the 3-point arc.
Which seems like a good strategy. At the very least, you're forcing Erlon to be a driver instead of a shooter, giving up the ball to his teammates who probably have a lesser percentage of making a three-point shot. So we'll have to see how well that the strategy works the rest of the game. And at this point, with Torre in the game, at least you have a rim protector in case you get beat.
So this will be a sort of a trial and error run for Our Lady of Fatima, as they want to force Matt Erlon to be a creator rather than a scorer for their team.
Right.
So Kenji Cañete checks back in the game. Noas Romero got a steal but fails to make that basket. Ignacio handoff kay Erlon but turns the ball over. Romero from the corner back to Torre. And no one can stop him from inside.
Fatima's decided to deny all passing lanes. They have confidence enough in the ball defender to leave him on an island, and they're just going to defend everything else.
Yes, and I won't be surprised if Alugaya checks back in for defensive purposes to match up against Torre. Oh, and what a nice move para kay Kenji Cañete. The offhand layup. Salazar with the ill-advised pass.
That's a nice read by the defense. What I would be looking for as a coach is every time there's a pick and roll, you gotta believe that they're looking for Torre and the drive. So load the box, chuck a cutter, and make him skip the ball to the opposite corner.
And for the Our Lady of Fatima, they would probably want a shooter on the weak side just for an extra pass in case the roller is tagged.
And to stretch the defense to make sure that they got to account for the shooter for sure.
As Ronzone makes a three from the corner, from the wing rather.
It's got that weird spin.
Somewhat like Kyle Anderson's shot, but much better.
Oh, you know, there's a guy, used to play for the Sacramento Kings, Kevin something. You played for the Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, this is Kevin Martin, I think. Yeah.
That's who it is. Same type of release.
But he also has a good percentage.
Oh, he could shoot.
Yeah.
The ball pressure is amping up here, Justin. And they're getting out and running.
And Andre Romero getting that fast break layup. And Fatima doing what they do best, forcing turnovers, getting steals, and getting transition baskets. And Barcelona
was not expecting the pass.
Caught the ball, but with his face.
Yes. At least the pass was on time, on target. Just the receiver wasn't ready to catch it. Hope he's okay.
It seems to be okay, but will get subbed out para kay number 3, that is Matthew Montebon.
We'll have to see if Adamson is able to contain the ball handlers and continue to disrupt the pick and roll dive.
So far, so good para sa parehong koponan. Both playing good team defense and getting good shots as well in their offensive sets for both teams.
Ooh, double ball screen.
There is the kick out to the weak side. Oh, and what a tough layup para kay Ace Tiamzon.
Anderson really has to do a better job of containing the ball handler. The ball gets into the paint, defense is collapsing, and now you have a long closeout to a guy in the corner of the wing. Now you're just in constant rotation. You can get those nice, easy layups.
Yes, causing miscommunication, and you have a great slasher in Ace Tiamzon. And that was another turnover forced by Fatima. As Andre Romero drains the second three from the corner.
You know, Justin, for the most part, Fatima's doing a great job of converting off turnovers. They're getting payoff every time they get a steal.
Montebon, binigay kay Ronzone. Spin move para kay Ronzone. To J.A. Kalisay, binalik kay Ronzone from the corner with that Kevin Martin looking three-pointer. Kalisay.
Nice ball movement.
And a lot of contact.
Both teams are fighting for each possession. Justin, you gotta admire that.
Good quality basketball by both teams. And you can feel both teams playing a playoff type of basketball.
Definitely, there's a sense of urgency on both teams to make sure to impose their will and establish and maintain the pace of the game.
And even with Fatima having a twice to beat advantage, you don't see them relaxing. And they're playing like they are in the do or die situation.
Right.
And that will be a timeout called by the Adamson Soaring Falcons as Fatima takes a 7-point lead. We'll be right back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And let's talk about the road to the finals again, this time for the side of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Started with a, my bad, that was a 0-5 record to start the PINOYLIGA Cup. Won 3 of their last 3 games in the eliminations and finished with a 3-5 record to clinch the last spot, which is the 6th seed. And they eliminated the UE Red Warriors as well and won the play-in matchup against the Lyceum Pirates. So as we were saying earlier, this is the perfect time for the Adamson Falcons to peak as they go into this do or die situation again against the Our Lady of Fatima University.
You're looking at a team that's playing in 2 very hotly contested tournaments. So their ability to manage player personnel and put teams on the floor that are competitive in both leagues is impressive.
Lignadice will inbound the ball to Kalisay. Balik kay Montebon.
Speaks to how well they're coached. They have a great coaching staff over there at Adamson.
And just not giving up on the season, going down 0-5 to start it. And just the resiliency to come back and find themselves here in the in the quarterfinals.
You have to play with a measure of pride, Justin. Whether you have a 5-0 record undefeated or you're 0-5 and you haven't won a game yet, every game, every possession, every rep counts. So, the hallmark of good teams.
And after that timeout, Alugaya checks in for this defensive purposes as he is there to stop Mamadou Torre as he bricks that free throw.
Like, I feel like I would make a lot of money, Justin, if I was just a free throw shooting coach and I went around to each of these programs and just practice free throw shooting with all the guys who are shooting a low percentage.
So if you guys...
I'm offering my services, by the way.
Know.
If anyone
I was
wants
about to say,
participate.
if the coaches now, if Coach Nash and Coach Ralph Rivera watch the replay to review this game, Coach Russell is offering his services as a free throw coach. There, as Alugaye makes his presence felt and gets that floater to go from the middle. And I'm not sure if Alugay is sporting an injury as his right hand is heavily bandaged. And that might be one of the reasons why he has a low percentage from the line.
Could be.
But not to ruin your chances at getting a job, Coach. Maybe he is not a good free throw shooter.
I just want to help, Justin. That's all I want. I just want to help.
And the referee is definitely changing the pace of this game as now they are calling the fouls and being more strict with the extra motions that are being given by the players.
Interested to see how they're going to call the third quarter. Because there's a lot of guys hitting the ground this half.
At with 10 seconds to go, nasa penalty na ang Adamson Falcons, who gets another turnover as Andre Romero fails to get that fast break layup to go. And half a second remaining. Coach Ralph Rivera will call a timeout and see if they can get one more basket. We'll be right back. This is Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. Okay, so let's take a look at the last game of the Our Lady of Fatima University against the Diliman College. And as I was saying, Coach, it was the fourth quarter where they took controls, outscoring them 22-13 with Mamadou Torre, their best player of the game, with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
You also had Charles de la Cruz chipping in 16 points, 4 assists, 4 steals. Again, just like you talked about earlier, 4 to 5 guys averaging in double or scoring, tipping in the scoring column. So equal opportunity offense, speaking and reflecting the ability to move the ball and find the open guy, passing up good shots for great shots. So we'll have to see if that continues in this second half.
Yes, and Our Lady of Fatima closing this half well as they go up by 7 points, leading 40-33 to end the half. And we'll be right back after this halftime break. This is Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3.
By the Blazers, against Don Lim. Getting blocked by Don Lim. Solid defense by Don Lim.
Let's begin. So now, as you can see, our sales have increased and we've been receiving positive feedbacks from our clients. Get this quarter, we need to improve.
What's happening? Invite nyo ulit. Siya yata yung na-disconnect. Sige po. Ay nako, who's eating up the bandwidth?
Oh wow, sounds like this business needs a stronger connection. In this case, this business needs Eastern IDS, a dedicated business-grade internet that lets you own your bandwidth. And that's where Eastern Communications comes in. Think of us as your trusted partners in connectivity and ICT solutions. We're here to identify your business's needs and offer you the best solutions tailor-fit just for you. So we can be by your side to set you up for a stronger tomorrow.
Hey, can you organize these files for me? I need these by the end of the day, please.
Okay.
Great.
Storage too low? Well, it might be time to upgrade your business's cloud storage. After all, you can't run your company on low storage. Build your business with convenience and security. Build with Eastern Cloud.
Bro, good evening. I would like to request the file na pina-approve ko kagabi.
Name?
Bro, I'm Mark.
Uy, Mark! Pare!
I'm Mark.
Go ahead!
Good evening. Gonna get the file na pina-approve ko kahapon.
Name?
Mark.
Hindi ikaw ang pare ko.
Ako
Hindi
to,
ikaw
si Mark.
Hindi ikaw si Mark.
Bro, ako to si
Pare.
Mark. Bro, ako si Mark.
Hindi nga ikaw si Mark.
Ako si Mark.
Ka, hindi ikaw si Mark. Salamat, pare.
Bro, ako to si Mark.
Kababata ako yun, hindi ikaw yun. Tatawag ako ng guard.
Go ahead. Tumawag ka ng guard. Ako nga si Mark.
Guard!
Keep your company's files and personal data safe from potential cyber attacks. Take the extra measure to protect your business from outside threats with Eastern Communications Cyber Defense Suite. Our Eastern Communications.
Magandang hapon mga kaliga at nandito tayo ngayon sa halftime break as the Our Lady of Fatima University is leading 40-33 against the Adamson Soaring Falcons here in the quarterfinals. And we have CJ Ang now with Coach Ralph Rivera for this halftime interview. CJ, go ahead.
Thank you, Justin. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang head coach ng Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix, Coach Ralph Rivera. Coach Ralph, it has been a terrific tournament para sa inyong OLFU boys and ginulat ninyo ang lahat by finishing number 2 in the tournament. Coach, kamusta ang moral ng mga players ninyo and how do you plan to continue that in the playoffs now that your squad will be more scouted by other teams?
Actually, yung mga coaching staff talagang malaki yung yung effort na binigay nila. So they're doing a good job. Yung mga players, nakikita nyo naman motivated talaga, no. So yung pagsali namin sa Pinoy Liga talaga malaking bagay. So playing against UAAP and NCAA teams, yun yung motivation nila every game. Every game na, every practice pupunta sila. Gusto nilang pakita rin sa basketball community kung ano meron sila.
Coach, not everybody remembers, but you played under Coach Nash Rosella in your days playing in the NBA for Batangas. What were your learnings from Coach Nash that you continue here in OLFU?
Actually, elementary pa lang, nagko-coach na siya, no? Pero maraming maraming pinattern ko, the coaching style. Isa sa mga nilook up to na coach ko si Coach Nash. The way yung character niya, the way he handles his team, even yung system niya. So isa siya sa mga I'm very lucky na naging under ako sa kanya.
Coach, curious question lang. How do you feel sa game na ito na you're playing up against Coach Nash?
Yun nga kami makalaban lang namin yung mga UAAP NCAA teams, tapos si Coach Nash pa. So malaking sa amin achievement na yun no? So pero syempre hindi kami matatapos doon. Kung ano yung opportunity na i-grab namin, kung ano opportunity na open sa amin, i-grab namin yun.
Thank you so much, Coach. Coach, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Syempre yung OLFU community, Our Lady of Fatima University community, Dr. Vic Santos, Dr. Carol, yung support nila talagang yung trust na laging nandun for us.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck for the rest of the game. Back to you, Justin.
And that was CJ Ang with her halftime report with the head coach of the Our Lady of Fatima University, Coach Ralph Rivera. And let's take a look at the halftime stats for both teams, as we have Fatima leading by 7 points, 40-33. And let's take a look at the steals department again, as Fatima is leading 10 steals to 5 against the Adamson Soaring Falcons, and causing the Falcons to have 12 turnovers, and most of their points are coming from that from transition baskets.
You can also see, Justin, that Our Lady of Fatima has found themselves at the line with more frequency than Adamson, and they're shooting 8 for 13 from the free throw line as opposed to 0 for 2 for Adamson. So points to the fact that Adamson will have to work on defending without fouling, keeping Our Lady of Fatima from getting to the foul line, and trying to be more aggressive and selective with their offensive opportunities, so maybe they can get to the line with some more frequency as well.
And they're definitely going to want to take care of the basketball more, as they have 12 turnovers in the first half. And for the top performers of the first half, we have Kevin Loyola with 9 points. And quite a surprise for me, as Cade Ronzon has a quiet 7 points to end that first half.
Well, the second coming of Kevin Martin here in the Philippines, making his presence felt in the first half for Adamson. But you still have Erlon, who did score. He had his opportunities. He still has the opportunity. He still has the capability of having a big second half. So Our Lady of Fatima can't rest. They can't relax. They're gonna have to make sure they stay very, attentive and focused on defense.
Yes, despite Erlon being the focus on defense for the side of the Our Lady of Fatima University, he still managed to get his points in. And if you look at their previous game, the third quarter was Matt Erlon's quarter, so they're really going to have to step up and continue what they're doing with him here in the third.
So what did we see in that first possession, Justin? An intent by the Phoenix to get the ball into the post of Torre, and Adamson is going to they're going to disrupt the post feed from the wings, from the perimeter. So Torre is going to have to make his move quickly and decisively if he wants to get a good shot off in the post.
Yes, at the same time, if they see that he's being doubled right away, he has to locate where the open man is once he gets the ball in the post.
Correct.
That's a great way to start the quarter, as Andre Romero hits another three-pointer, the third his third for this ball game in the elbow. And almost a turnover na naman para sa Adamson Falcons. Kalisay gives it back to Erlon. Going left. Back to Kalisay. No good. And eto na naman ang Fatima running the floor. As Andre Romero, Andre Romero with another layup with his 5th straight point for this quarter. So all points this quarter para kay Romero, starting out hot.
It just looks like Our Lady of Fatima's defense is stifling. They have bottled up all of the perimeter players once they catch the ball. They are having a hard time finding any angles to the basket and finding passing lanes to their teammates.
And after hearing the interview of CJ at the half, from what I picked up from Coach Ralph Rivera is they have a nice culture of basketball and their community there over there in the Our Lady of Fatima University. He really gave credit where credit is due to his assistant coaches and not taking on all the compliments for himself. You know, they just know their roles as a team, and it goes down from the players up to the coaching staff.
Well, I think coming from a lesser-known school, not one in one of the power leagues, it really does take an entire program from the head coach all the way down to the ball boys and the support staff. Their ability to stay on the same page and stay together, you need that in order to be able to compete at a high level. And so it's nice to hear that Coach Rivera understands and acknowledges that he's not doing it alone, and neither are his players. There's a whole team behind the team.
Yes, and we can see that there's just no redundancy in the roles of the Our Lady of Fatima University. And we can see it from the way they perform here on the court. So Labayen, binigay kay Tiamzon, driving middle. Pero turnover para kay Tiamzon.
Adamson is opting not to put as much ball pressure. They just want to contain the ball from getting to the paint. But as you continue to throw turnovers, none of that really makes a difference.
And again, it's another turnover into an easy layup para sa Our Lady of Fatima. Care of Loyola with the steal.
Again, Justin, a lot of guys hitting the floor.
And Adamson has yet to correct the problem they had in the first half. Still being careless with that basketball.
I think if you're a coach in this situation and you're behind by 14 points to start off the third quarter, you know, you're really looking for what kind of response your team is going to have. Are you going to come out flat? And it looks like Coach Nash has decided that he needs an entire new group of players to see if that will change the energy and the dynamic on the floor for his team.
So again, that is the insights of Coach Russell, not just applying for a free throw job coach, but as well as strategist for the Adamson Soaring Falcons.
Hey, I'm here for everybody. Let me just make that clear, Justin. I'm here for everyone.
For all the teams joining in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup.
Oh, I'm here for Philippine basketball.
And first free throw is good for Alan Ignacio. Misses the second. Ang Kalamangan ay bababa sa 13 points, 34 to 47.
Justin, something to consider. Our Lady of Fatima is already in the penalty. So can Adamson take advantage of this by being aggressive? And tough to get any momentum if you're going to foul three-point shooters.
But this time, the Falcons are the ones that foul the three-point shooter in Andre Romero, and the referees will check if it was a foul on the landing spot. You want?
Okay. Well, let's take a look at Adamson's last game prior to the quarterfinals. In the play-in, they defeated LPU by 8 points. Matt Erlon, again, player of the game last game, player of the week this week, scoring 23 points, 4 rebounds, and tallying 10 assists. He was definitely a stat stuffer. His running mate, Joshua Yarrow, scored 18 points, was 4 for 7 from the three-point line, and had 3 steals. So, given that it's a different lineup today, Justin, it remains to be seen whether or not Adamson can muster up a group of players that is going to be able to compete with the requisite intelligence and effort and execution to be able to get back in this game.
Yes, and what I noticed from Adamson is they play so much better when their shots fall from the outside. And in their previous game against the Lyceum Pirates, they were 17 out of 42. So that was around 30 plus to 40%. And that's what I feel like, aside from the turnovers that they've been causing, that's what they're missing today, their outside shots.
Definitely, I think they're having a hard time getting open looks. There's probably less outside shooting taking place, and they're shooting at a lower percentage because of the defensive pressure of Our Lady of Fatima. They are just smothering anyone who has the ball. They're disrupting in multiple ways, off the ball and on the ball. Air ball there, in transition on offense.
And we have to credit the defense of Fatima, as they are really hounding the outside shooters of the Falcons. And they are also lacking a lot of size inside, as they don't have AJ Franzman today. They don't have Cedric Manzano. So a lot of bigs from the side of Adamson who are not playing today.
A lot of athleticism as well.
Yes.
But with that being said, is there a way strategically to get back in this game? Maybe in order to mark shooters, going to a zone would be a adjustment you can make. Able to keep the ball out of the paint, which Our Lady of Fatima has done with frequency with their drives and their cutting and passing. So, and right now, even though Our Lady of Fatima is in the penalty, Adamson is not taking it. Well, they have yet to take advantage of the free throws and getting free points without a defender.
And surprisingly, Coach, Adamson has not yet scored. Well, that was their first point here in the third quarter. Care of Alan Ignacio's free throw. So they have yet to score a field goal here in the third quarter. Montebon turns the ball over, and it will be a jump ball against Montebon and Loyola.
No pressure release. It was hard for
Montebon
Montebon to find a teammate. No one was cutting to an open area of the floor and making themselves available. All-out denial on the inbounds pass. That's tough.
And the length of Loyola has been really a game changer for Fatima's. He's been so aggressive on the defensive end, getting a lot of steals, and in that last possession, forcing a jump ball. Labayen with a crafty spin move, feeding Andre Romero, who has been the hot hand here in the third quarter and will go to the line for two.
It really looks like Fatima has the Adamson defense guessing on where they're going.
Yeah, there's just so much action off ball for Fatima University, and it's giving Adamson a hard time to guess where the ball's gonna go, and they're playing catch up with the offensive player.
Yes, they're having to rotate. They're chasing the ball. They're getting caught surprised on screens or cuts. You know, that's tough as a defense to be successful if that's going to be the case.
And that's the exact reason why you have plays or offensive sets, so you can get the defensive players catching and creating miscommunications between the switches, and that's going to create easy baskets for you. So we have Charles De La Cruz and Gomez checking in para kay Labayen and Loyola, and Texon comes in as well, who is out for Tiamzon.
And now you have more defenders on the floor, Justin. I mean, like, you take guys out and you put guys in that can still defend at a high level. That's pretty impressive.
Kobe Davis, binigay kay De La Cruz. Back to Davis sa poste. Tempo Nuevo. Bigay kay Gomez to Texon on the corner. In and out, pero Tempo Nuevo, second chance. And will draw the foul, going to the line for two.
Justin, I would say as a coach that would be very disheartening for me if I had 3 players under the basket with the opportunity to get the rebound and the opponent gets an offensive rebound. That would, you know, as a coach, I'd be very disheartened and discouraged by that. Adamson looks like they need to focus some more concerted effort on finishing defensive possessions with the defensive rebound.
Yes, and with that being said, Alugaye is set to check in the ball game for defensive purposes and rebounding. As the assistant coach of Fatima will challenge that possession. And the referees will review the last play. So let's take a look at the top performers of both teams in their previous game, as we have Joshua Yero, who started out hot with 11 points in that first quarter and ending with 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And his teammate Gian Sikat with 13 points, 5 out of 7 field goals, and 3 rebounds. And for the side of the Fatima University, Mamadou Torres, 17 points, 7 out of 9 field goals, and 3 rebounds. And Ace Tiamzon with 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists.
So these teams have met each other already in PINOYLIGA. Somewhat familiarity with each other's style of play. Sort of like what we talked about earlier, the team that's able to impose their pace and style of play on this game will have the greatest chance of coming out on top, and it looks like Our Lady of Fatima has continued that trend from their previous game on May 2nd.
Somehow the Adamson Falcons have trimmed this lead as it went up to 17 earlier and is now trailing by 14. And hopefully they can make a run before the end of this quarter, as that was a nice pass from Fuentabella to Alugaye inside.
We still have a lot of time, Justin. Adamson is more than capable to make a run in the last 3 minutes of this third quarter and into the fourth.
Oh, that was a nice pass by Kobe Davis.
That has been a recurring theme in in the games I've seen where he's played is his ability to make passes in tight spaces just makes the offense that much more effective.
And it is such a luxury to have a big man who can see, who can make those passes. And we don't have to look any further, as Nikola Jokic is somewhat similar, where he can create plays for himself. And here in in Pinoy Liga, our very own Kevin Kiambao, who is also good at finding cracks in the defense.
You know what? When I'm watching Our Lady of Fatima play, the one thing that comes to mind for me is multiple efforts. So on a defensive end, like what you saw Kobe Davis do on the last defensive possession, he was able to guard in the paint and then was able to close out on the perimeter. Didn't stop moving, didn't give up on plays. And in order to be a good defensive team, you need all your teammates to be able to fly to the ball and jump to the ball and give multiple efforts in order to secure the defensive rebound or a steal or a turnover or a deflection.
That's just great basketball by the Fatima University. And just the communication they have as a team is on point, and that has given them this 12-point lead, as Kobe Davis will go to the line for 2.
Setting a ball screen, short roll. You have a smaller guy on you. Seal, post up, get the pass. I mean, that's a smart basketball.
Just a high IQ player in number 9, Kobe Davis. Kalisay. Balik kay Fuentabella. Fuentabella. Binigay kay Gaya. Back to Erolon. As Pacquiao is hounded from the 3. A nice pass from Fuentabella para kay Kalisay, pero no good. And the foul will be called on Charles De La Cruz. A holding foul on Alugaye.
I don't know if it's the defense, Justin, but when you're comparing the two offenses, both, looking at Adamson and Our Lady of Fatima, this looks like Our Lady of Fatima's offense develops much faster than Adamson. Adamson they hold the ball for a second because they have to see what's open. If there's a teammate that is unguarded or has a pass lane to get it to, whereas Fatima, they are constantly moving and the ball never stops and the players never stop moving. So it's they can get into an action or take advantage of an action quickly because of the fact that they're so precise.
It just seems like the offense of Fatima has more fluidity and they have more familiarity with their sets.
Definitely.
So they get to recognize where the open man is, where the man is coming out, just right before it happens, as compared to Adamson. De La Cruz is open for the jumper and makes the Adamson defense pay.
You have to wonder what they were seeing there.
It was wide open.
And no one was there to even within an arm's length to close out and contest a shot.
It felt like a miscommunication on the switch.
I mean, look how much harder Adamson has to work to get their shots. That is not the case with Our Lady of Fatima.
And for Adamson, they're just stagnant in some parts of their possessions, and they just result into going into a ball screen before the end of the shot clock.
I mean, I think you have to give a lot of credit, though, to Our Lady of Fatima's defense. I think they have put Adamson in that position because now you're seeing phantom defenders, and you don't know what's open and what's not. So you stand with the ball.
There it is again. Seeing it right before it happens.
That's off the dribble, one hand bounce pass to right on the money
So that was
to the
Charles
cutter
De
for
La
a
Cruz
layup.
to Gomez for an open layup. A nice backdoor read para kay Gomez.
Another thing that has been impressive with Our Lady of Fatima is they're really making an effort to box out. When the shot goes up, you can see that the Our Lady of Fatima defenders are locating the nearest white shirt, white jersey, and boxing out, trying to gain leverage. That gets hard to do for 40 minutes, but they've been doing it for 30 for sure.
And that's without the presence of their FSA Mamadou Torre. And they're still being able to control the boards.
Yes.
Oh, and Gomez with a nice step through, but misses, and Adamson will have the last shot for this quarter. 6 seconds to go na kay Montebon ang bola, step back, fade away, no good. Second serving para kay Gaye, pero wala. And that will end the third quarter as Fatima extends their lead to 13. We'll be right back. This is Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
And let's take a look at the other quarterfinals matchups for today. So we are here in ENDERUN College in McKinley Hill, Taguig City. And this is the first game today between the Adamson Soaring Falcons against Our Lady of Fatima University. Our next game will be Guangming College against the NU Bulldogs. And at 2 p.m., our main event, the De La Salle Green Archers against San Juan de Letran Knights.
We have some good games in store for us, Justin. I'm excited to see who LaSalle decides to put on the floor. I mean, they have so many to choose from.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend the other day, Jeet Banwait, and he said that he won't be suiting up today, sadly. I was telling him I was going to cover the game, but well, maybe he'll get his break next time.
Well, that certainly could mean then that we're going to see some heavy hitters lining up for today's game at 2 o'clock.
LaSalle will put their A team today. And that will be a good matchup. Like another NCAA UAAP matchup in LaSalle against Letran.
Yes. The most underrated cut in basketball is that 45 cut, and especially off of a drive. Him to be able to catch in traffic and finish that's pretty good.
And look at how Fatima is starting this quarter defensively. You would think that they would relax since they're up by 13, but they're playing with so much intensity. But that was just a good shot, a tough shot made by Alex Manzon. And mukhang si Alex Manzon ang magiging magic bunot ni Coach Rosella as he drains that three-pointer from the corner.
Well, Adamson looks like they've started a little bit more in rhythm this quarter.
Dignadice from the elbow. I'm I'm just speechless, Coach. It all started with that backdoor pass by Kobe Davis again.
I'm telling you, that kind of passing ability is special. You don't find a lot of guys that can do that.
Almost all players, 4 players touching the ball in that possession within 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God.
And then a contest on a pull-up jumper into a layup. So he got the block and the layup.
Which I think we're watching a basketball clinic right now by the Fatima University.
Yes, they're playing extremely well at this point.
And I was talking to you earlier before we started the broadcast that I haven't been able to watch Fatima University play that much. And now I'm not surprised why they are second place in their bracket.
You have to figure, Justin, that at some point in this sport that it probably has already happened, Fatima has taken the heart from Adamson. Let's see if Adamson has a response and how resilient they are. But it just looks like there's some, the body language is pointing towards Our Lady of Fatima just really taking the heart from the Soaring Falcons.
I wonder how many assists the Fatima has today.
Oh, it's got to be a high number. They have rarely had to rely on one-on-one basketball unless it's like going downhill off of a reversal pass.
After seeing this third quarter, Coach, I was just thinking on the top of my head, why isn't Fatima number 1? And then I realized in their bracket it's the UP Fighting Bruins. So it's like, okay, now I know why.
Yes. But, if you think about it this way, if Our Lady of Fatima closes the deal and they get the victory here, it's going to be an exciting semifinal, whoever it's going to be, whoever their opponent's going to be.
Yeah, so it looks like if this continues, Fatima will make it to the top 4 of this PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup as they will advance into the semifinals. Unless Adamson can make a run, but that run has to start right now.
You used a word earlier, Justin, maturity, and I think that's a great way to explain the difference between the two teams at this point. Our Lady of Fatima looks like they're playing in mid-season form, and Adamson is playing right now as if they're still in the developmental stage. And neither, not one is not better than the other, just sort of where they are in the midst of their preparation. So, but it's a good test for both teams. And it answers a lot of questions for both teams, and it asks a lot of questions for both teams.
Yes, well, the developmental stage is part of the process in becoming an elite team. And we have to give it to the Adamson Falcons as, there are a lot of transferees, a lot of rookies in their team. But, they've made it this far, and they've held their own in this tournament.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's not like, especially at this stage of the tournament, it's not a situation whereas, you have completely gone away from your identity and not played your potential. This is a reflection of how good and how mature Our Lady of Fatima is in comparison to who they're playing. I mean, they're just playing a different level and brand of basketball, and that's a testament to the coaching staff and the program of the Phoenix, and knowing Coach Nash and Coach Ryan and Coach Romel. I mean, I think they're going to take this for what it is, a learning opportunity, and folding in their other players in their roster, they'll use this to prepare for UAP in September 7th?
Yes, that's right. Around maybe August or September. That's when the UAP season will start. And at least we know the Adamson Soaring Falcons are in good hands with their coaches, and they will definitely put in the work to develop their players.
Yeah.
until the season starts.
And they're playing well in fill oil. So, I mean, this is, this is just a matter of one team that's really executing the game plan to perfection and playing a brand of basketball that is hard to guard against.
That's the thing about playing in multiple tournaments. You also have to take care or think about the health of your players and manage the load that they put in their bodies.
Oh, definitely. And it's a long season, Justin. There's a lot of games to be played.
And the Adamson Falcons get a stop right there, but turn the ball over again as Kobe Davis gets the steal. But Torre has the ball slip away from his hands, and that will be a turnover para sa side ng Fatima. So 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Still not over. If the Falcons can make a run. And Fatima still pressuring full court even though they're up by 19. Pero end one para kay Kenji Cañete.
That was nice execution on Adamson's part to get a pass to the cutter for and one possibility. So they probably will need a lot more of those kinds of ball movement, player movement actions, and get some stops to find themselves within earshot of tying this game up.
8 more of those to be exact, Coach, if they want to tie this game up.
I'm not very good at math. I may be good at coaching free throws, but I'm not good at math.
Yeah, but that's what Fatima does. If you're not good at math, then they probably have a statistician guy who'll do that for you.
There you go.
You can focus on what you're good at.
There you go. Yeah, I had no idea that Our Lady of Fatima their university's focuses on, I think, nursing or health professions.
It's Our Lady of Fatima. I think they are located in the Quezon City area.
Yes.
In
Caloocan, maybe? I don't know.
I think E. Rodriguez.
Okay.
Somewhere there. I've played in their school before. Like I joined the college tournament back when I was still in college.
Got it.
Yeah. They have been an elite team ever since. As they compete in the UCAL and I think the NASCU tournament.
Yeah. They were runner-up, I think, in NASCU this past season.
Was it CEU who was the champion? I'm not so sure.
CEU, wait, hold on. CEU was champion of UCAL, maybe?
Okay.
St. Clair won NASCU this year, like for the 6th or 7th time in a row.
St. Clair is also another school who has a good program.
Yes.
I've had a couple of teammates, and I joined the last Phil Basket tournament, and I had a couple of teammates from St. Clair, and those guys were crazy. They were studs.
Yes. Oh, Spain action. Oh.
That was a double team on Torre.
It's a heck of a back screen, though.
I know.
A lot of standing there. Nice offensive rebound.
And relentlessness para kay Barcelona as he gets another end one basket to go. So 7 more of those, Coach, and it's a tied game.
7 more of those and 7 stops. Yes, correct.
But the 19-point lead is now down to 13 and possibly 12 after this Barcelona free throw. And that all happened in a span of 1 minute.
Yes.
So still not over. As natawagan ng stepping violation ang Falcons. At ang possession ay babalik sa Fatima University. Texon breaking the press. Labayen will set. Oh, and a nice spin move para kay Tiamzon, but blows the layup. As Texon with a reverse. Sorry, miss para kay Texon.
I just gotta say, Justin, like when Tiamzon had that ball and the handoff, I just had this feeling he was gonna reject it. He had his feet were positioned where he was ready to explode. Once his teammate went over, he was gonna go the other direction.
And that was just a great read for Tiamzon.
Oh yeah.
He was already able to read the feet of his defense before he caught the ball.
Right.
And again, coach, that goes to show the maturity of the team and the players individually.
Oh yeah. But part of that too is, Justin, the ability to sell the cuts, right? So like I tell players all the time, when you're moving on the floor, you have to move like you're a threat on the floor. Even if you know the action isn't going to you, making full speed basket cuts, being a possible receiver on a handoff, all of those things are important because it keeps the defense honest.
Yeah, so the angles where you position yourself really make a big difference in selling what you're going to do on the floor.
For sure.
Oh, and back-to-back layups for the Fatima University. And the previous play before that Tiamzon layup, Andre Romero gave a nice bounce pass to that. And you were talking about that 45-degree cut. He gave it to Mamadou Tori, who was wide open and in the middle.
Probably one of the only defensive lapses for this Fatima team is allowing that straight line drive. They've been in the gaps the entire game, preventing any ball from going to the paint.
We haven't seen a lot of open layups for Adamson.
No, not at all. See a couple of ENDERUN Titans here in the gym watching the action. They get an automatic berth to the semifinals with the withdrawal of University of the Philippines. So they're here doing some scouting.
So I think they clinched the second spot, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Oh, so with that case then Fatima is number one in their bracket.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. That's it. Yeah, you're right.
So now 2.5 minutes remaining. And the lead has went back up to 16 after the back-to-back layups on the side of Fatima. And substitutions para sa Falcons as Ronzone will check in para kay Montebon. And another deflection. And the hustle by Labayen, but does not complete the turnover. Oh, but completes the turnover. Cotera papasok para kay Texon. Torre bigay kay Labayen, finding Romero in the corner. A nice pass and a nice finish.
Nice find.
Again, that 1-2, that two-man game between Romero and Torre being successful. Oh, and an ill-advised pass para kay Cañete. Too strong to catch for Dignadice. As the starting 5 unit of Fatima will check out of this ball game. Tiamzon open from the top. Wala. Pacquiao will secure the rebound. Ronzon pushing the pace. Balik kay Pacquiao. Handoff kay Fuentabella. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. And Pacquiao was not ready for the pass.
Yeah. He definitely had a clear cut to the basket.
And Salazar putting on a dribbling clinic there. And Fatima has been doing this all game, just giving Adamson a hard time in their entry passes. And even till the dying seconds here with their 3rd unit in, they're still playing with intensity and showing the type of basketball that Fatima plays. So they will dribble it out. And this will be the final score this will be the final score as Our Lady of Fatima takes a 19-point victory, 77-58, and advance to the semifinals as they will wait for their next opponent. So,
heck of a game, Justin.
Like we were saying earlier, this was a basketball clinic put on by the Our Lady of Fatima University, and they did it here in the quarterfinals as well.
Need your best games at crucial points of the season, and Fatima came to play today. And we thank Adamson for participating and for making it to the quarterfinals. Not an easy task given the way they started, but it shows a lot of resilience and heart on their part to get to this point.
So the Adams Falcons season is over here in Season 3 of the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. And we will send it now to the middle of the floor for the schools to sing their respective hymns. there you have it, folks. A consistent performance para kay Kevin Loyola, both on the offensive and defensive side of the floor. And now we'll send it over to CJ Ang, who is with our best player of the game. CJ, take it away.
Thank you, Justin. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang ating Antbox Best Player of the Game with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals from Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix, Kevin Loyola. Kevin, congratulations for your squad entering the semifinals of the tournament. Heading to this game, Adamson is on a hot streak, winning their last 4 games. What was your game plan heading to this matchup against the Soaring Falcons?
Yung preparation namin is grabe yung sacrifices na ginawa namin. Gumising kami ng alas 3 ng umaga, training kami ng alas 5. Yun pa lang yung preparation na ginawa namin para papunta dito sa quarterfinals. Malaking tulong para sa amin yun. At preparation namin is puro depensa lang talaga. At execution ng mga play, konting-konti lang, pero focus na focus kami sa defense.
Kevin, your squad is now in the Final Four wherein all the games are do or die. How big is this for an institution such as Our Lady of Fatima University?
Importante ba?
Ano yung importante?
Okay. Sobrang importante ito. Malaking opportunity ito para sa amin sa school namin kasi big school din yung mga kalaban namin sa top 4 and malaking opportunity sa bawat isa, sa mga teammates ko, sa mga coaches namin. And sobrang blessed kami dahil maraming teams na sobrang competitive but we're so blessed na binigay ito para sa amin.
Kevin, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung parents ko na sa Malungon, si Mama Flor, Papa June. Sobrang miss na miss ko na kayo and mag-ingat kayo palagi, stay healthy. Tsaka sa girlfriend ko na nanonood ngayon, tsaka sa best friend ko na nandito. At sa mga teammates ko, na yung mga sakripisyo na ginawa namin, nagtagumpay kami and sa mayor namin sa Malungon, si Mayor Tessa, tsaka kay ex-bong Mayor, ex-bong Constantino, tsaka kay Tito Boyet Constantino. At gusto ko lang magsalita na sa mga... Wait lang. Sa mga nahihirapan dyan sa buhay, tuloy-tuloy lang. Tsaka nandyan si Lord para sa inyo, tuloy lang sa buhay. At maraming salamat sa Panginoon na binigay niyong panalo para sa amin. Salamat sa protection, Lord. I love you, Lord.
Shoutout sa mga prop ko, ipasa niyo ako. Thank you. Pasa niyo kami.
Bossing Jean Cloud Lamanero, I love you.
Shoutout kay Sir Gani, pasama ko.
Thank you. Back to you, Justin.
There you have it. That was the very humble Kevin Loyola interviewed by our courtside reporter CJ Ang, and it goes to show that the community that they have there in the Our Lady of Fatima University is a very good community, and that gave them the victory today. As we go on to the playoff picture, that will eliminate the Adamson Soaring Falcons, and they will wait for their next opponent, which will be either the Letran Knights or the DLSU Green Archers. But next, we will have Guangming College against the NU Bulldogs, and we will be right back after this break until the next game. So until later, we will see you, and that's it. This is Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.